Are we live? Welcome to another rendition of Team Edit for this podcast. It's your host and moderator. I'm Chris Don One. Welcome. Episode 19. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Let me tell y'all something. Last week only uploaded one live stream. I was planning on uploading a live stream and a couple of videos. Life got in the way, so I do apologize. I said to myself, I'm going to do a back-to-back live stream. I'm going to do Too Early for This podcast today, and then I'm going to do another rendition of Too Early for This podcast 20. Plus, last week, it wasn't a lot of stuff going on last week, so, life got in the way, not too much to talk about, and we just ended up with one live stream last week. But it is what it is, all right? It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. And I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. Few things I want to talk about before we get into our main portion of this live stream. I first like to give a shout out to The Dream. She has some hellified content on her platform, so go subscribe to The Dream. She has car content. She's she showcases a lot of cars on her channel, as well as she has a lot of other stuff in her bag of tricks over there on her YouTube channel. But go subscribe to The Dream. Tell them I'm Chris the Don One sent you. Alright, okay. And that's pretty much it. That I kind of wanted to get that out of my way. First of all, let's get into today's topic, shall we? CJ So Cool. Now, CJ So Cool a couple of weeks ago was in the news for all the wrong reasons. We all know CJ So Cool had some issues. Got shot at, and I didn't do any content about that because I felt like I'm not going to do videos and live streams about that brother. He's trying to fight. He's trying to fight to see another day. There was some multiple conflicting reports on what transpired on that incident. I'm not going to go into it, but when life is that serious, then I'm basically not going to do content. So a lot of people were wondering. They asked me on social media, why haven't you covered that topic? Because to me, there's more important things than doing a live stream on someone who is a victim. CJ So Cool is a victim, and there's a lot of conflicting reports out there. Therefore, when life is that serious, I'm not going to do a video about that. So that's where my whereabouts about that incident. If anyone wants to know, that's why. But CJ, shout out to him. I'm gonna send out a quick prayer to him and his friends. His friends, family, basically his family out there, and wish him the best of luck on the road to recovery. From what I've heard, and like I said, these are conflicting reports. It's all good in the hood. He's doing okay, and that's great for him. I feel like that's more important than throw some reports out there or some news out there on CJ So Cool, and we don't know if it's true or not. I know there's a lot of content providers out there that's uploading content about that particular incident, and people are speculating and got 1,000 opinions about it, saying this is factual. None of us really know what happened that day. And I'm pretty sure when the dust settles, the police are going to issue a statement. CJ So Cool is going to issue a statement. His legal team is going to issue a statement. And then we'll start, hammering out what truly happened that fateful day. But that's why I didn't say too much about it. I don't, like I said, there's more things important in life than trying to figure out what happened that fateful day. But anywho, CJ So Cool is in some other news. Want to give a shout out to Ice Cream Vlog. He sort of tipped me into this direction. I watched his video and then I did some research of my own about this video. And apparently, CJ So Cool is selling a majority stake of his YouTube channel to a investment to this media company or investment company. Now, there's have been conflicting reports on how much he's selling his channel. Some people are saying 70%. I have seen reports of less than that. So we're going to speculate on that. And before we speculate on that, I first like to throw this out there. Allegedly. All right. But apparently he has sold he sold a majority stake of his YouTube channel. And, basically Ice Cream Vlog, he, talked about it. He also shared his thought and opinion about it. I read the comment section. There were so many people. And I felt like Ice Cream Vlog, if you watch this video from start to finish, you can tell that he was pointing this to the direction. And I think this is, pointing in the direction of, what about the fans? Apparently CJ don't care about y'all. He's selling his channel, a large portion of his channel, to get some upfront money. At the end of the day, he still has a vested interest in this channel. Even though he may not own a large portion of this YouTube channel, he's still going to do live streams. He's still going to do videos. He's still going to do YouTube shorts. So he's still going to continue to put out content. Now, there's a speculation out there that he makes $1 million a month off of his videos. His videos are large. I mean, he get hellified views on his videos. But Ice Cream Vlog said more recently, CJ hasn't been the same CJ, because his views have gone down, which is, I'm not a huge CJ fan. I'm just gonna throw that out the window. I did for research purposes, checked out his channel, checked out his views and stuff. Everything looks fine to me. Now, maybe he's done twice as many views as that I've seen, but CJ should, view wise, his channel should be golden. View wise, he's going to get a lot of views, particularly on that incident, that unfortunate incident that happened to him. So he's basically going to get views for that. If you're a CJ fan, you're gonna come in droves to check that out. And as well as his other content. So there's a lot of stuff in his life where I don't see the parallel of CJ's channel not getting the views like it used to. But there are reports out there that suggest that CJ gets like almost $1 million a month, off of his content on YouTube. He has a huge loyal fan base. His fan base is bigger than me personally. I think his fan base is bigger than Rail to Real or Mr. Organic. He's the top dog when it comes to this content. His vlogs. He dabbles into vlogs, family vlogs, car content, lifestyle, and basically, his channel is so successful that someone is willing to take a large portion of ownership to this from his channel and funnel money to him because of that company owning a large stake in this YouTube channel. And like I said, Ice Cream Vlog, if you read the comments, Ice Cream Vlog was, directing this type of opinion that CJ doesn't care about his fans. All he cared about is the almighty dollar, and this, that, and the third. I think we need to pump the brakes on it. And I feel like if you read Ice Cream Vlogs in the comments, like you read the comments, some ridiculous statements. I think Ice Cream Vlog is either he's baiting people. I don't believe Ice Cream Vlog is a smart enough guy to figure this out, but I feel like the people in the comment section is utilizing this news to say that I'm about to say CJ 32 on 32s. CJ So Cool doesn't care about his fan base because he sold a large stake of his YouTube channel, and basically he's just getting the money up front. Some people are saying he makes almost $1 million a month. Other people say it's not that, but it's extremely high a month. And I think Ice Cream Vlog is a smart enough guy. Okay, I really do. And I've said this 1,000 times. I'm gonna say it 1,000 more times. I don't think Ice Cream Vlog is a racist. I don't think Ice Cream Vlog has a personal vendetta against the people that he talk about. However, I've always said this, the one thing Ice Cream Vlog needed to work on, and he has been working on this more recently. He needs to be a little bit more consistent. Okay, you can't, he needs to be transparent. There's a lot of content out there that he needs to talk about, like the Jake Pauls of the world. And I always say, look, be consistent. If you're gonna, talk your ish to Mr. Organic, whether or not he's scamming his fan base with that car giveaway, the Lamborghini giveaway, he's a scammer. If you want to talk about all of these other YouTube personalities who happen to be African American, but then you sort of not say nothing about the other entities on YouTube that's the same color complexion as you, being accused of the exact same thing, and you want to, and you consider yourself very informational, and you just don't want people to be scammed out there, then you need to be a little bit more consistent. Because on the outside looking in, people are looking at your content, and you're always talking about black content, black African Americans on YouTube, and you talk about this, and you speculate on them scamming and cheating their fans and just cheating, this, that, and the third. And you're saying to yourself, look, I'm a media personality. I'm a journalist, and I just want to get the information out there so no one else gets scammed. You say you have a golden heart. All I'm saying is, look, just be consistent, my guy. You can't just attack African Americans on YouTube and speculate whether or not they're scamming or not scamming, with their car giveaways or their raffles and things of that nature. But then you don't say nothing about the Jake Pauls of the world. Okay. More recently, there was a guy who got arrested. He was in Barbados. He was a cryptocurrency crook. He was selling a lot of cryptocurrency that was not valued. I mean, just, and you didn't even do a video about it. Now you have recently, but I'm just saying there are other people out there that you could talk about who are the same color complex as you, but you give them a pass. But when it comes to an African American, you're ready to, do your thing, do your ish, and you do a video about it. I'm just saying, just be a little consistent, because on the outside looking in, people are going to say that you have a vendetta against African Americans, you're racist towards African Americans, and like I said, and I said this in many live streams as well as videos, I don't think Ice Cream Vlog is racist, have a vendetta. I don't think it's personal, but I do think on as far as the personal level goes, he may have been a member or subscriber to these entities, and he felt like he got burnt several times, and he just wanted to make sure, get the word out so no one else gets burned. I think he's a concerning individual like that. I don't think he's racist. I don't think he has a vendetta. But anywho, now recently he has been consistent, and he has been talking about other personalities who happen to not be African American. And I always knew, I don't know if he listened to my live streams or videos, having thoughts and concerns about that, or maybe it just one day he just woke up saying, you know what, I'm gonna expand my investigated hat to other personalities other than African Americans. Okay, but like I said, I don't believe he's a racist. But anywho, this recent video of him talking about CJ selling a large portion of his YouTube channel, I saw him pushing this narrative. He was pushing this narrative, and if you read the comment section, people bid it like a hook on a worm on a hook, and they bid it, and they're running with this narrative of CJ doesn't care about his fans, because look, he's selling a large stake of his channel, and that's how little he feels about the people who have subscribed to his channel. And it's all about the money, and like I say, he doesn't care about his fan base, his fandom. And to that, I say this, I didn't go into the comment section, because I knew if I come with this thought in the comment section, I'm going to be visually attacked and say, oh, you're a CJ fan, you're a CJ apologist. Look, and I'm gonna break this down to the fine night. And like I said, I don't, I feel like Ice Cream Vlog is a smart individual. All right. But I think he also knows what he does. He knows when he makes content how to push a narrative so more and more people can put more eyeballs on his channel, therefore put more eyeballs on his videos. And like I said, I believe he's a smart guy, but I feel like some people don't use their head, and they're very emotional, and they feel like they're betrayed with this recent news about CJ. Look, if you have something that are multiple people are willing to not only pay for it, but pay for it more than what you paid for it, would you sell it? Yeah, I get it. People have so much love for an exclusive car, or some rare shoes, or rare coin, or their video games, or their PC, or their fashion, and their jewelry. People apply a lot of their feelings towards the items that they purchase. And sometimes people invest very smart when they purchase items. Now I don't know if it's to this day, but I remember when the PlayStation 5 came out, and there was a shortage of PlayStation 5s, but there was a huge demand for people to get a PlayStation 5. Now, a lot of people got a PlayStation 5, and it was hard out here on those streets to get a PlayStation 5. But there were some people that was not only getting a PlayStation 5 for themselves, but managed to get multiple PlayStation 5s. A lot of people made a lot of coin on the PlayStation 5 shortage. So if we apply the narrative of CJ doesn't care about his fans if he's selling a large portion of his YouTube channel, can we apply that same logic to an individual who's a hardcore gamer who has passion for the PlayStation? Do we pass that same narrative of, well, why are you selling all those PlayStation 5? Because the PlayStation 5 is a shortage. There's a huge demand for a PlayStation 5. Therefore, an individual that can find multiple, that can buy multiple PlayStation 5, they can flip the PlayStation 5s and make and make an interest on the PlayStation 5s to someone who wants them, sometimes doubling up on the money that they utilize to get a PlayStation 5. There were some people that were doubling, sometimes almost tripling their money because there was a large group of people who were unable to get a PlayStation 5 who was willing to pay more than market value for a PlayStation 5. People were making a lot of major coin out there. But then are we going to apply this negative thought pattern that, oh, well, you're not a true gamer. You don't bleed PlayStation. Okay, you should have just bought your one and only PlayStation, leave the other PlayStations for a multitude of the other fans out there, and they can get a PlayStation for the exact same price you got your PlayStation. All right. Oh, are we going to apply that nonsense that we're applying to CJ selling a large portion of his YouTube channel? Are we going to apply it to people that can not only get a PlayStation 5 of their own, but they can get multiple PlayStation 5s and sell those PlayStation 5s to the growing audience and make a profit, sometimes doubling up on how much they bought their PlayStation 5, almost tripling? Are we going to utilize that nonsense? No, we're not going to apply that nonsense to someone who found a loophole in the system to make coin. All right, to make some major coin. All right. Now, let's just say someone has all the Jordan shoes, says the Jordan 1s. All right, and there is an audience out there that's not only willing to buy Jordan, but willing to buy Jordans. Sometimes have to spend twice as much or 3 times as much to get those Jordans. If there's someone out there that has a warehouse full of Jordans that they pay with their own hard money, and they willing to flip those Jordans, not only sell them to the that large audience that's interested in Jordan, but also make a profit. Are we going to call that individual, oh, well, he doesn't have any love for the sneaker game? He doesn't have any love for Jordan, because if he was a Jordan fan and if he was a fan of sneakers, of Jordan shoes, then he'll just buy what can fit in his closet and allow other people to buy Jordans. Are we going to call that individual, he doesn't care about the sneaker game, he doesn't care about Jordan, he doesn't care about basketball shoes? No, we're going to call that individual a smart individual that's making a profit off of a extremely large audience that's head over heel and willing to pay top dollar or twice as much, 3 times as much as the shoe value. All right. We'll call that individual smart. So how come we don't apply that same logic to CJ? If he's willing to sell a good chunk of his YouTube channel to make a profit, we're not going to turn around and say that he doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care about making content on YouTube. He's using the fans. Okay, no, that channel is extremely popular, and if you can make money by selling a good chunk of that channel to someone who's willing to pay for it, then then you're good. It's all good in the hood. You see a lot of these musicians. Justin Timberlake sold his music catalog, sold the masters to a lot of all of his music, made a profit, a boatload of money to do that. Or we're calling Justin Timberlake, he doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care about being a musician. He doesn't care about being an artist. No, there was a demand for his music catalog. He saw the demand, and he said to himself, I can make a profit off this demand, and he did. Dr. Dre sold a lot of his music. I think it's up to $200 million. Or is people saying that Dr. Dre doesn't care about rap music? He doesn't care about the hip hop culture. He doesn't care about his fan base. He's selling his fans because he sold his catalog. No, we're not saying that. We're calling Justin Timberlake. Oh man, that's smart, dude. That's extremely smart. There's a huge demand for your masters, and you sold your masters for an extremely large profit. That's smart, man. Dr. Dre. No wonder Dr. Dre's a billionaire, because he makes decisions like that. He is so smart. He understands the pulse of music, of these masters. He's selling his masters for a extremely large chunk of money that he don't necessarily need. He's a billionaire. We consider Dr. Dre smart. Okay. Like I said earlier about someone that's able to buy PlayStation 5s or Jordans, and they're extremely popular. A lot of people want these items. We call that individual smart. Graphics cards. There was a huge demand for graphic cards, folks. Not a lot of people can get these graphic cards. There was someone that was willing to not only find these graphic cards, but gobbled them up, bought them all, and now that individual is selling these graphic cards for people who need these graphic cards, and people are willing to pay double its value, sometimes 3 times its value. But we call that individual, oh man, he's got a thumb on this. He knew an opportunity. He took the challenge of this opportunity, and now he's making a large chunk of money off this opportunity. We call that individual smart. We call that individual a trailblazer. We give all these people their flowers, but when it comes to a content provider such as CJ, and there is someone that's willing to pay him top dollar for a large stake of his YouTube channel, we come with him with different energy. We say, oh, he doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care about YouTube, and it comes off as you're hating. You're being an extremely jealous hater. Look, CJ sees an opportunity. He knows that his channel is extremely valuable, and there's people that's willing to buy a portion of his channel, because the value of his channel is more valuable than a lot of content providers out here on YouTube. And you're gonna start seeing a lot of people do this if they haven't already. You're gonna see a good chunk of people who have YouTube channels that's worth their weight in gold, that are extremely valuable, that are extremely popular, and there's people that's willing to either buy a stake in your channel, a large stake in your channel, or the whole channel entirely. And it's no different than musicians selling their masters. It's no different than someone that found a loophole in the system where they can get a product that a lot of people are searching and looking for and unable to get that product, but they're willing to pay twice, sometimes three times the value of that item just to have that item. You know, people need to wake up. You know, every day stocks are being sold by major corporations are selling a stake of their corporation in stocks, and people every day buy these stocks. Is Starbucks don't care about their consumers? If you buy stocks in Starbucks, are they haters? Do they hate their consumer base? Target, do they hate their consumer base? Apple, do they hate their consumer base because you can buy stock, an investment in that corporation? We need to, knock the dumbness. Okay, stop and stop with these personal jabs of this narrative of CJ. And I feel like on the second half of that, on the second thing about this, I feel like a lot of people view content providers on YouTube differently than they view other people, that they view musicians. I think people have more love for musicians than they do content providers, because everyone has this perception that if you're a content provider on YouTube, it's not considered work. People only see the finished product. People don't see the hours of research that you have to dig up, the hours of editing. People don't see how much you invest in your equipment. People don't see, the behind the scenes on what it takes to run a YouTube channel. And everyone has this false narrative of, well, he or she is a content provider on YouTube. How hard can it be? All they do is just turn on the cameras, get in front of the camera, and that's it. That's the nuts and bolts of it. It's not really considered work. But people will give flowers to musicians. Oh, that's a lot of work. I mean, what they're doing over there, that's actual work. People will look at people that are into media, journalism. I mean, it takes a lot of work to be a journalist. Okay, it takes a lot of work to be a media personality, a sports media personality. They're putting in the work. No wonder ESPN, Fox Sports 1 is paying major money to these personalities. All right. People think being an actor and actress is extremely hard, but a content provider on YouTube, we don't necessarily get our flowers, because a lot of people have this false misconception. They say, and you can read it in the comment section, that this is easy pleasy. This is not real work. There's no real value in being a content provider. And when this article came up, it pretty much tore down the walls of that narrow-minded attitude that you have with content providers. Because when this news article came out, it shows you how important, how valuable being a content provider on YouTube really is. And it's more to it than what you actually think. And these channels are actually worth money. You're going to see a lot of investment groups, a lot of companies willing to buy large stakes, or sometimes the whole channel itself, because that's how valuable these YouTube channels are. So the next time you say to yourself, or you say in the comment section, being a content provider on YouTube is easy pleasy, it's easy work, anybody can do it. These guys should be kissing our asses because we're watching their videos. Now they want us to like their videos. Now they want us to become members of their channels. You should be satisfied and happy that I'm watching your live stream, I'm watching your video, and I shouldn't have to hit the like button. What people don't realize is that the more you watch these channels, the more growth this channel becomes, the more valuable this channel becomes. Even if you don't hit the like button, even if you don't become a member, even if you don't send them a super chat, this channel, there's someone out there that's willing to see a value, a price value of a YouTube channel, and they're willing to talk to you and communicate to you business wise as getting getting you to sell a large chunk of your channel or your whole channel entirely. You're going to see a lot of people that have 1 million subscribers or more. I feel like this is going to be for the people that's got more than 1 million subscribers. You're going to see a lot of these entities walking up to them and say, hey, look, we see the growth and development of your channel. We see how valuable your channel is. We see how important your channel is. You got so many subscribers. You do hella 5 views. Hey, are you willing to sell a portion or a large portion of your channel? And you're going to see a lot of people jump to this. And like I said, a lot of people that are commenting in the comment section saying, oh, being a content provider on YouTube is easy pleasy. Anybody can do it. Hell, my dog can do it. Now that narrow-minded attitude that you've been having about content providers on YouTube, you're going to have to switch it up. You're just going to simply have to switch it up. All right. So that's all I got on the CJ article about there's a group out there that's willing to buy a large stake in his channel and willing to give him upfront money. Like I said, Ice Cream Vlog, if you read his comment section, there was a lot of people that wasn't giving him his flowers. Now, Ice Cream Vlog was low-key giving his flowers, but I see, as a fellow content provider to another fellow content provider, I knew exactly what Ice Cream Vlog was doing. He wanted to get those views up. So he pushed this false narrative of CJ not concerning or not caring about his subscribers, even though low-key he's a smart enough guy. He knows that, look, we should give him his flowers. Not a lot of content providers can say they can do that. Okay. Ice Cream Vlog can't say he can do that. I definitely can't say I'm even smaller than those two guys. So give CJ his flowers, give him his props. He done worked so hard to get to this point. And just let's not hate. Let's look at it respectfully and say if you have something and that something is a value and someone's willing to pay double, triple, sometimes double and triple the price that you paid for it, we need to give them their props and we need to give them their flowers. All right. But moving on. We're going to be talking about Mr. Organic. Apparently Mr. Organic. And I'm watching Mr. Organic on and off. Now, I just feel like I feel like as far as Mr. Organic goes, it seems like he's regurgitating. Can I say that? Regurgitating the same ideals from his YouTube channel. Okay. You can only, be a car content connoisseur for so long. And that's not hate. I watch on and off. I felt like when he brought back the King of Downtown, he had something there. I was watching those videos, but other than the King of Downtown and his live streams, the other content that he's been uploading to his channel, it's hit or miss. Okay, it's been missed a lot. Now, also we're gonna be talking about Tall Guy Review. I don't know if I'm going to be talking about him tomorrow, but we're going to also talk about him very briefly on this YouTube channel. On this episode. And it just seems like Mr. Organic's, he's, we call it writer's block, where, you just can't think of no new concepts or no new ideals. And I'm not saying that his numbers are shrinking, people are unsubscribing to his channel. I'm not going to go to that extreme. I don't think people are doing that, but I do believe that Mr. Organic is now he's gone to talking about current events. He uploaded several videos about topics that are current event topics. I think now he's getting into the opinion-based type of content instead of doing blogs and car content and things of that nature. And that's something new. That's something different. However, it's something that, I'm not into with Mr. Organic when he expand his horizon, sort of say, when he talks about current topics and current events in hip hop culture or fashion or whatever. I just don't go to I'm not subscribed to Mr. Organic because I'm being informed by Mr. Organic from his videos because I can get that type of content anywhere else. I can get that from DJ Academics more so than Mr. Organic. And, I see what he's trying to do. But a lot of people that are subscribed to Mr. Organic, we're not subscribed to Mr. Organic because we're getting current topics and current events. We have other channels we can gravitate to get that. All right. We're all subscribed to it, Mr. Organic, because we want to get our entertainment on. We want to get our ha-ha kikis on. Sometimes Mr. Organic can be very, very funny. He can be very, very entertaining. I'm more subscribed to Mr. Organic because of the character of Mr. Organic, not necessarily him giving me his thoughts and his opinions. Okay. Now, a lot of people are going to sit up there and say, that's, you need to expand your horizons on Mr. Organic. Mr. Organic got some major talking points. Mr. Organic is very heavy in a lot of the topics and current events that's flooding social media. Okay, so he has a lot of input. He has a lot of value in his input. And if that's to be true, then how come a lot of you people are not watching Top of the Mook podcast? I thought that was the whole general purpose of Top of the Mook podcast, where they talk about current topics and events, about the hip hop culture or about social media. I thought that was that was the lane of Top of the Mook podcast. But not a lot of people are watching Top of the Mook. I'm not saying Top of the Mook podcast is failing. I'm just saying it doesn't generate the same type of views that if you're a Mr. Organic fan, it doesn't. It seems it doesn't rank the same type of views he gets on his own personal channel. It definitely doesn't get the same type of views on Tall Guy, even though Tall Guy don't upload content constantly. But that was the whole purpose of Top of the Mook podcast, is for us to get general topics or current event topics. That was Top of the Mook podcast. Like now there's some recent events that on Top of the Mook podcast, it seems like Tall Guy Review is moving out of California. And if you've been checking out Tall Guy Review, and he even allude to this on a lot of his videos, that look, it's just not hitting the same being into this car content and being a content creator. I think Tall Guy is elevating into something else that is not content creating. Like I said, he's I thought he had his license to sell real estate. He uploaded a video talking about there's a sticking point with that, about when they did an evaluation on and they found out that he was in prison. I don't think that's a huge I don't think that's going to be a huge problem for Tall Guy Review. Jay Morrison was a former criminal that he did some time in prison, and this guy is a mogul. This guy is in the real estate game, and it's not affecting his bags. So it definitely should not affect Tall Guy Review's bags. However, I'm real enough to say that, look, Jay Morrison has a bigger lane than Tall Guy Review, and Jay Morrison has a lot of partnerships in business where he has created a lot of relationships in the business game, in the real estate game, where they can overlook that. And he's pretty much his own entity, but it takes a lot of hard work to get those relationships. And to that, I say, Tall Guy Review probably gonna have to do the same thing. But now, and then this about him possibly moving out of California. California is very expensive. All right. You have to have some major money to live in California. And if y'all check out the news, eh, you know, everybody's moving out of California and they're moving into states that they can, that house that they're paying 6, 8, 2 million for, they can get that same house cheaper someplace else. And I feel like Tall Guy is even though he rents the house that he's in, he doesn't necessarily own that house. Him and his wife, they could probably move out of California and have a great lifestyle someplace else. And I think it makes sense than dollars, common sense than dollars, for them to, if this is all true, of them moving out of California. Now, I've seen a lot of people say if they're moving out of California, they don't move out of California. But I really do feel that Tall Guy is definitely going to move out of California. But back to Mr. Organic. Mr. Organic's channel it ain't hitting like it used to hit. And as a content provider, we all hit that wall sooner rather than later. Some of us hit multiple walls. Okay. Being a content provider on YouTube is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and it has its downs. All right. There's a lot of people, including myself, there's a lot of downs than ups, but you still push on for that up. You might have to deal with a lot of downs. You might have to deal with a lot of valleys, then peaks. And Mr. Organic has sort of run a wall. Mr. Organic, he's regurgitating the same type of content. And some subscribers are watching, some are not. I subscribe to Mr. Organic, and it's been a while since I watched a Mr. Organic video, because when you watch them, they're pretty much all the same. Okay, and that's not saying anything bad about Mr. Organic. I'm just saying I came to Mr. Organic to be entertained. I came to Mr. Organic channel to watch him, the day in the life sort of Mr. Organic. Sometimes Mr. Organic can be very, very comical, very, very funny. But I've seen Mr. Organic on his live streams as well as his Instagram, where he gets very personal. But I feel like he's very personal to people who go into his live stream and try to irritate him, poke the bear, so to say, and jab at him and talk about his personal life. And look, a lot of people say, well, you're a content provider on YouTube, you should have thick skin and just put up with what anybody says in your comment section. And I view the comment section differently to a lot of people. And a lot of people are not going to understand this. And a lot of people are going to say, nah, I don't believe in that. And for the people that don't believe in that, that's people who's not a content provider on YouTube. I feel like the comment section, personally, comment section is for the subscribers. It's for your membership people. It's for the people that send you super chats. I feel like the comment section is your guys' place to, talk about or say whatever that particular content is about. But I do feel like people take advantage of the comment section and they get kind of personal and they do personal insults and personal attacks. That's not what for the comment section for. The comment section is for the current events that's happening in that video or in that live stream. But a lot of people take the time and pleasure to poke at the bear and comment and say something very ugly or something very negative or something very personal. And that's where you get the irritation of Mr. Organic. And I feel like a lot of people are doing it so they can have content on you have smaller YouTubers who do that, and they record his whole live stream, and they're getting content from his irritations about him being irritated by the comments in the comment section. you know, but a lot of people are not going to agree with what I'm about, what I just got through saying. I feel like as a content provider, if you're creating content on YouTube, uh, it's okay to comment and say, okay, that video was great, or that video was bad, or you said something wrong in that video, or if you want a response to what the content creator said in that particular video or in that live stream, that's there's levels to that. That's one level. But I feel like a lot of people utilize the comment section and they troll. They call it trolling, but it's really hating. You know, who wants to be subscribed to someone that they don't like? Ask yourself that. Who wants to subscribe to someone that they can't stand, that they don't like? But they're in all of their videos, they're in all of their live streams, and they're commenting about someone that they can't stand, they can't tolerate, they can't like, but you're there every single time that content provider uploads a video or a live stream or even a YouTube short. You even follow them to other platforms, but you hate that individual, but you're willing to subscribe to them and follow them on other platforms. Make that make sense. I view YouTube as a radio. I have satellite radio, and I have programmed like 20 channels on my satellite radio. Some of them channels gain my interest, and I sit back and listen to it. Others, I listen to it for a couple of seconds, then I keep it pushing, I keep it moving on. And I'm not going to be, but I'm definitely not going to listen to a opera. There's an opera channel on satellite radio. I'm not going to program opera on my satellite radio just to hate on it. I'm not a big opera connoisseur. I don't like country music, but I'm not going to, go to a country station, listen to it, and just hate everything about country. Okay, I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I feel like a lot of people are unwilling or just don't want to keep it pushing. You don't have to, because you don't have to entertain that content provider by watching the video and commenting in the comment section. I feel like sometimes I feel like a lot of people out there do way too much. They do way too much. And sometimes that could be an addiction to clout. That's an addiction to wanting attention. And if they're doing that on YouTube, just imagine when the video is over with or the live stream's over with, how do you think their life is after when they get off YouTube? It doesn't sound like they have a very interesting life where you're hating on a YouTube personality. You don't like this personality on YouTube, but you're on all their videos, you're on all of their live streams, you follow them on other multiple platforms. Make that make sense. If I don't like something, I'm not going to spend my time physically or mentally listening to someone that I just don't I don't like, or I'm not subscribed to. I'm going to keep it pushing. People videos or live streams I watch, I subscribe to them. There's a girl that and I think I'm gonna butcher her name. Nakika, Monica, Nakika, whatever. It's called Dope Discussions, and she talks about modern day men, how modern day Black men are leaving or are unwilling to date in their nationality, which is Black women. And these modern day men are hold on one second. Hold on, let me mute the mic. And she does live streams, and she talks about, and it's pretty much a wake-up call live stream. It's not she's being negative to Black women, or she has an agenda to Black women. It's sort of like a live stream where Black women can can listen to what she said. You don't have to necessarily agree with any content provider, but she's talking about how black men don't want to date black women, and they're willing to go overseas to find their soulmate. They're willing to date outside of their nationality. I mean, their culture. They're willing to date white women and Asian women and Latino Colombian women than to date a black woman. And it's already hard for a black woman to find their soulmate who's African American. I think in Atlanta, for every one man, there's like 4 women for every one man. And now, if guys are doing that, there's not going to be enough black men, for black women to date. Now, that don't necessarily mean, well, I know a lot of women are going to probably say this, that don't necessarily mean black women can't get passports and go overseas and date European men, or date other nationalities, or date nationalities in that state. But she's basically saying that, women, you need to wake up, you need to change how you need to, and everything. She talked about women's attitudes, how women come off, and like I said, and I want to take it a step further. I don't really want to necessarily take a step further. I feel like a lot of women out there uh, are addicted to the new wave of how women are behaving. You see these bad girl clubs, you see Tommy, you see Christian Rock, you see a lot of these women who a lot of these women look up to. But there's not, I feel like a lot of that stuff, a lot of women take that to the bank. They take that information to the bank and say, oh, that's how a bad girl should be. That's how a bad girl with a bag should be. And not all women can garner that. Some women are not going to be able to garner that. So you have to utilize other tools in your toolbox to, attract black men. But that's basically pretty much what she's saying. And I subscribe to her channel, just listening to her. I don't comment, but I just listen to her. I don't agree with everything she says, but I listen to her. But if I feel like she serves no purpose as far as entertainment goes, as far as educational, as far as being comedic, if I feel like she has no value for me, then I'm not going to subscribe to her. I'm definitely not going to comment. All right. But if you look at that's generally, and a lot of people's perspective of Mr. Organic. But Mr. Organic is in the news again because he bought a custom toy, a Mr. Organic toy, and Ice Cream Vlog says it's worthless, and things of that nature. And I feel like anything Mr. Organic do, a lot of people are going to have an opinion about it and say, oh, well, Mr. Organic, I don't know why he did that. Let me move this real quick. Hold on one second, guys. A lot of people are going to say, I don't know why Mr. Organic got a custom toy. Look, if you got a brand, if your name is a brand, shouldn't you utilize your brand and expand it to make it more valuable by dipping your brand in other entities like the bobbleheads? I mean, if your brand is that large, I don't think the Mr. Organic, I think it's a bobblehead or something, or a big head or something. I don't think it's as value as collecting Star Wars collectibles. I don't think it's more valuable than Marvel or DC, but I do think it's valuable. Now, one person's valuable is different from another person's valuable. Well, I don't think it's valuable on that rate, but I think it is valuable. And shout out to Mr. Organic to understand and recognize his worth and recognize and have an understanding that, you know, I can plaster my name on any product, and it can be valuable and very profitable for Mr. Organic. You know, a lot of people, you just go ahead and give this guy his flowers. Not a lot of people are doing that. All right, just give the guy his value. If he feels like this is going to get him a lot of money, a lot of recognition, because of the value of his name, then fine. All right. And we're just going to have to wait and see how this turns out for Mr. Organic. But a lot of people were, you know, talking ish about it, saying that, you know, this is not going to go anywhere for him. At least he has the stones to do it. Now, like I said, I don't think this toy is going to be extremely popular and extremely valuable. I don't see it being that popular or that valuable. Okay, but you know, if Mr. Organic feels like it, if he has an audience that's willing to spend money on it, then fine. Okay, but you know, it is what it is. All right. So moving on from that topic, we're gonna move on to the final topic. And wow, man, look, it's been a whole hour, and I wanted to talk about this topic in detail. And I'm just gonna have to spend an hour talking about it. I'm gonna try to be brief about it. I'm not gonna spend a whole hour about it. And that's Queen Regina. Queen Regina has been poking the bear, should I say, about a possibility of creating an OnlyFans. And she has gotten all these ridiculous requirements. She wants uh, male subscribers to subscribe to her on YouTube. She wants so many likes. She wants X amount of views and this, that, and the third. And then she's going to release her OnlyFans. Now, Queen Regina, you know, a lot of people feel like she's not the brightest light bulb in the pack, but she's smart enough to understand her worth and her value in these social media YouTube streets. And there is an audience for her to do OnlyFans. Now, I know Damn D is on her neck about this OnlyFans, and shout out to Damn D. Go subscribe to Damn D. I feel like Damn D is the funniest thing smoking on YouTube. All right. And I know a lot of other people feel like that this isn't going to go anywhere, but I do feel like there is an audience. Now, I don't know how big or small the audience is, but I feel like there is an audience out there that wants to see Queen Regina create an OnlyFans. But Queen Regina said something in a video over the weekend. And first of all, it was like an intro video that was 3 minutes too long. Had a bunch of lights and colors and color patterns, looked pretty decent, but it gave you the allure of something important is about to happen. And after I watched that video, nothing happened. All right. Um, but she said something in the comments section when it was live, and people were asking her OnlyFans link. Is she really going to do an OnlyFans? She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, but I'm gonna do it classy." And that's sort of like a double negative. How can you create an OnlyFans and be classy about it? I mean, that's totally against the OnlyFans algorithm, is to be classy about it. How can you be classy on OnlyFans? Now, she talked in numerous videos talking about the type of content she's gonna have. She's gonna be like dancing, showing her chest, so you know, not nude. But I'm pretty sure her best attribute on Queen Regina is those big old ditties. All right. And she also said she's gonna do some feet content, but you know, that's only going to get them so far to the door. If you want people to subscribe to you, not only subscribe to you, but to pay $10 a month, $5 a month, $20 a month, $100 a month, whatever her price point is, which no one still knows to this day. If you want people to subscribe to you on OnlyFans, you're going to have to put out some more content and be open-minded of some nudity. You know, guys are not going to subscribe to you for any amount of money if all you're posting is showing your cleavage in a dress, and you're going to show your feet off, okay? And you're going to be classy about it, all right? That does not work on OnlyFans. I don't know who told her this. Now, some people said that there was a guy that's her manager that has a YouTube channel that's managing her as far as the OnlyFans thing. I don't, and why you need a manager for OnlyFans? That's another double negative about OnlyFans. The whole purpose of a lot of women going to OnlyFans is to cut out the middleman, to cut out the strip club owner, to cut out the agent. I mean, you're literally your own boss. That's another double negative about OnlyFans. A lot of women that have some great attributes that can, sexually get guys in a situation where guys are going to not only subscribe to that lady for 10, for 5, 10, $20 a month, but they're also going to tip this woman. Okay. That works what God gave them or work what the surgeon gave them. All right. There are a lot of talented women out there that's making some mad money on OnlyFans. Even though if you listen to my podcast, I'm Christian on One Podcast, it's on Spotify, Apple, and the Anchor app. I told you guys, I feel like OnlyFans is hitting a wall. I feel like people that are creating OnlyFans accounts now has missed the boat. Queen Regina definitely missed the boat. 3 years ago, this would have been a great idea for Queen Regina. Nah, not so much. Unless you a extraordinarily talented body part wise, okay, and know how to work your work in front of that camera. All right, you may can squeeze a few dollars here and there. All right, but but women that's got it, they got it. Okay, they got the horny men, they got the simps. All right, they're locked in. They got the guys who's willing to pay for OnlyFans. Even though I said on my YouTube channel, I'm subscribed to a couple of OnlyFans models, but I'm not renewing to them. And I found a little. I don't know if this is a magic trick. I don't know if maybe a lot of people know about this. Maybe a lot of people don't know about this. But when you subscribe to someone on OnlyFans, you can subscribe to someone on OnlyFans and then unsubscribe to them and watch and have the opportunity to watch their content for 30 days for that month that you paid for. But you don't have to continue to allow them to take 10, 5, $30 a month off your debit card. Which, by the way, if I don't know if a lot of you guys have been on OnlyFans, but a lot of these women who were racking money, having racks upon racks of money. Now, yeah, the Cardi B's, the the Catch Me Outside girl, the rapper, I forgot her name, that's Australian. They're making some real bank on OnlyFans. But the rest of them women out there, the average women, the below average women, they are struggling. I mean, a lot of these women have lowered their standards and their prices. You can subscribe to someone who was popular maybe 3 years ago that had their OnlyFans at $10, $20 a pop. Now they're doing these discounts and they lowered their price. You can subscribe to someone on OnlyFans and they're selling you can watch all their content for $4. You can watch all their content for $5. Okay, yeah, I probably won't be able to eat a Big Mac or a Happy Meal or a Wendy's combo for maybe a week. Maybe for a day. Because you have to substitute, I don't know about how y'all get down, but this is how I get down, okay? If I'm purchasing something, obviously I'm going to be unable to do something else, all right? So I may have money. Car content is some of the most expensive and challenging content to film and edit. I agree with you, Dream. I don't know if you caught what I said earlier, but I said that a lot of people have this false narrative about YouTube content creators thinking that it's easy to do. All right. It is not easy to do. Not anybody can do it. All right. You not only you have to have the resources, but you have to have the money, particularly in car content. All right. So I completely agree with you. I don't know if you catch this whole live stream, but I talked about it. And shout out to the Dream. Y'all go subscribe to her. But I'm on a soapbox here. Let me get back on my soapbox, okay? Because I'm already past an hour. All right. But yeah, and I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. Dream. Uh, where was I? Oh, uh, yeah, I don't know how y'all get down, but this is how I get down. If I'm buying something entertainment wise, it could be like HBO Max, Disney Plus, whatever subscription service. If if I'm and I have the same mentality for anything that I buy. If I put money into something, obviously I'm gonna have to take it away from someplace else. I some people they live their life kind of reckless. They'll buy, they'll spend their whole check or half of their check on something, but don't sacrifice something on the tail end. Like if you're going to go out to eat all the time, you're going to have to sacrifice on the other end is, maybe not buying a lot of outfits, or maybe not going to the club, or maybe not going to the movie theaters, or maybe not going to the amusement park. Okay. Some people try to live their best life. They try to do everything every day. And that's why you have a lot of people struggling finance wise. They're saying like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put my money into this, but I'm also gonna still continue to put my money in that. And that's how a lot of people have this broke mentality, and they're always trying to pay Peter to pay Paul. Like I don't have that theory. If I subscribe to a couple of women on OnlyFans, and like I told you my little trick, but if I'm spending 5, 10, 15, $5 or $10 here, obviously I'm gonna take it away someplace else. All right. I just won't be able to eat a Happy Meal. I won't be able to eat a combo meal from McDonald's for one day. Or I might not be able to buy a pizza for that one day. Okay. I might have to brown bag it for going to work, which I never brown bag it, but you get what I'm saying. Um, I mean, I don't know if y'all been on OnlyFans, but a lot of these women on OnlyFans that had this extraordinary talent, this content that guys were flocking in and spending 10, 20, $50 a month. Have you been on OnlyFans lately? OnlyFans has hit the wall, and a lot of these women are not making that type of money. They're willing to sell their content for pennies on the dollar. Okay. That's why I said earlier, like CJ So Cool. That's why you have to understand the lane. There's levels to this, folks. All right. If you have a product that's extremely valuable and someone's willing to uh, pay a small portion or a large portion of something that you have that is extremely valuable, then that shows that how smart you are with your product. All right. But a lot of experts said that women that do OnlyFans, they need to save their money, because the money that they're making now is not going to be the money they're going to make down the road. It's not a dependable income. OnlyFans is similar to like YouTube. You're going to have months in YouTube where it's going to be up. You're going to have months in YouTube that's going to be down. Peaks and valleys. More valleys than peaks. All right. And you know, back to Queen Regina. Uh, she said something on her video that she's gonna make an OnlyFans account, but it's gonna be classy. Classy only gets them so far to the door. If you want people to subscribe to you, guys are not. Let's just cut the crap, okay? It's gonna be the majority of these people. I mean, it's gonna be guys that's gonna subscribe to her channel. I don't see no women subscribing to her channel. Okay, I think women gives zero F's about Queen Regina's OnlyFans channel. But guys that are going to subscribe to her channel, they want more than just you being classy and showing feet content and dancing in front of the camera. They're going to want more, particularly if you want them to continue to subscribe to you. I feel like a lot of people like Damn D will subscribe to her just to get content for their platform, to create more live streams and more videos about what Queen Regina uploaded on her YouTube channel. But uh, her fan base, her male fan base, is going to want to see more. And I just don't see how you're going to be classy on OnlyFans and make money on OnlyFans. It's a double negative. It's non-existing. Now I know a lot of people are going to say the following: "Oh, well, there's a lot of content from Floyd Money Mayweather has an OnlyFans. A lot of these girls that on Instagram that are social media influencers, they have OnlyFans. Okay, they don't have to show they don't have to show their birthday suit to the world. Okay, but those are interesting people." Like Lassa Pippen and those are interesting people that people are willing to subscribe to their OnlyFans to see their day in life. If Kim Kardashian creates an OnlyFans, she's got a huge fan base that would subscribe to her on OnlyFans. But Kim Kardashian doesn't need OnlyFans. So you understand what I'm saying? If you're interesting, people will probably subscribe. If they're a huge fan of you, they're gonna subscribe to you wherever you go. All right. But a Queen Regina, and there's a lot of average, below average females that are still to this day struggling to get their content, get people to subscribe to them on OnlyFans. It's hard out here on these streets. It's definitely hard out here in these social media streets. Okay, not a lot of women can say that they make a profit on OnlyFans. If they're making a profit on OnlyFans, if they're winning, who in the hell is losing? All right, because some of these women, they have their content splattered everywhere on Pornhub. They got them on a mini video. They got all these websites that they copy and paste all their content because they're trying to get all of these websites and these applications and trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Okay, the struggle is real out here. I'm just saying, OnlyFans ain't what it was 3 years ago when we had that pandemic. The pandemic is over with. People are going to the clubs. People are going to the strip clubs. That was the whole purpose of why OnlyFans exploded, because not a lot of people can get out. Now everybody's getting out, and there's no need for OnlyFans. So it's hard out here on these streets. Okay, it's a cold winter out there for a lot of women that's relying on OnlyFans. And when Queen Regina said that on her live stream, I was going like, what? You gonna be classy? Oh hell no! Nobody's not gonna buy you. Nobody's gonna subscribe to you if you're gonna be classy. Okay, the more of your body you expose on OnlyFans, that's the only way you're gonna make that bread. That's the only way you're gonna make that paper. But Queen Regina, she's gonna have 1 month. She's gonna have 1 month where people are gonna subscribe to her. She's gonna have her biggest month, her first month. Then after that, it's going to dwindle. A lot of people are going to unsubscribe. A lot of people are just going to move on to the next thing. I just think, in essence, people are going to subscribe to her OnlyFans to see what she's going to upload on her channel. And they're willing to sacrifice $5, $10, $15 just to see what she's going to upload on OnlyFans. A lot of content providers are going to talk about it, like Damn D. He's going to subscribe to it, but he's only subscribing to it to generate content for himself. But your male fan base, they're going to subscribe to you, and when they find out that, when they look beyond the smoke and mirrors and you're not really showing what they want to see, or you're not doing what they want you to do, they're going to unsubscribe to you, and it's going to be a cold, dark winter for you, and it's going to be a huge failure. All right. Two, I just don't see content providers on YouTube going to OnlyFans. Now, Tommy Sotomayor had OnlyFans, all right? And I don't think that was extremely popular. And when he got suspended from YouTube, he was unable to create a YouTube channel because YouTube was putting the hammer on Tommy Sotomayor. And Tommy Sotomayor, every time he'll create a channel, YouTube will take it down. All right. And YouTube will take it down. And then he had to just totally depend on OnlyFans. And not a lot of people were going to his OnlyFans. It gotten so bad for Tommy Sotomayor. He's doing live streams on Instagram. Okay. Not a lot of people can get a lot of money on Instagram. You know, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I make all this money on Instagram." You got to be extraordinary, extremely popular, and popping on Instagram to make money. Okay. And I'm pretty sure he's got a cash app and people just cash app him money, but he's not making the same type of money he was making on YouTube. The type of money he was making on YouTube, he had a house, he had 2 cars. Okay, life was good for Tommy Sotomayor. Now, not so much. Okay, now allegedly, Tommy Sotomayor done lost his house, lost his car, lost his wife, and now he's back living with his mama. Some people say that he's living in the basement. Some people saying that he's living in the garage, doing live streams in the garage. He's doing live streams on an abandoned. He's doing live streams on a broken down car that's never going to start ever again. Holy, it's getting rough out there for Tommy Sotomayor. All right, but Queen Regina, I wish her the best of luck. I'm not going to subscribe to it. All right, not even for a second. All right, not even doing my little trick. I'll pay that first month, then unsubscribe, see as much content I want to see, then I keep it pushing. All right. I just think that type of content is short-term interesting, but I just on long term, I'm pretty sure there's people that are subscribed to these women on OnlyFans that have been subscribed to them for years. I'm just not that one. I'm just not going to let you take out $5, $10, $15 a month, and I'm looking at it through my phone. The 1st and the 15th show up. OnlyFans has deducted $5, $10 because you are subscribed to me so horny. She squirts a lot. That's a good name. Me so horny. That'd be a great name for a guy, a male guy on OnlyFans to create a name called Me So Horny. All right, I'm just throwing that out there. If there's any guys out there, I feel like, look, if the average and below average women are struggling, the males on OnlyFans are extremely struggling. Okay, if OnlyFans is the only place you generate income, it would not surprise me not one least that you're on the welfare line. All right, you're getting that first of the month check, you getting them wig vouchers, you getting that EBT card. You're trying to figure out a way to get, the government to pay 75% of your rent. Okay, not only the women but the men out there. All right. I do not discriminate, but I'm just saying, if you just only do OnlyFans and you're average or below average, like that's your only source of income, I pray for you. At night I pray for you. Okay, God, in world hunger, in AIDS, in cancer, and God, please, public service announcement. God, please help these OnlyFans content creators. These adult OnlyFans content creators, they are struggling. They are struggling, severely struggling. Please, God, subscribe to one of these girls, God. Subscribe to one of these girls, God. Okay, take some coins out your robe and help them. All right, because only type of help I'm going to do is give you one solid month and I'm good. Okay. After watching 10 videos, maybe 5 videos, I'm good. There's nothing else you can do. All right. That's going to continue for you to purge any money out of my account. Okay. I give you a month, but that's it. All right. After that, I'm done with you. All right. So, Queen Regina, I just don't know. I mean, I think short term, she's gonna make some money, but long term, people are gonna unsubscribe left to right, and that's gonna be even more content for folks like Damn D that talks about her on a constant basis. Okay, but yeah, that's it. I want to. Okay. Normally this is the time I react to the comments. We only got one comment from the Dream, and I talked about it briefly, but I'll talk about it a little bit more, and I'll read it out to you guys again. car content is more expensive and challenging content to film and edit. Not only to film and edit, but just to even have anything to film. All right. If you ain't got the popular car like the Hellcat, or if you ain't got that type of car, you ain't got a Porsche, if you don't got a McLaren or a Ferrari, if you ain't got one of those type of cars, then you're going to struggle out here in this car content street. Okay, not any car qualifies for views and subscribers. You can't model a Ford Corolla and do car content on it. Okay, there's not an audience for that. All right, sorry. All right, your day-to-day car that you use to go to work, school, church in, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be an average car, and not a lot of people on YouTube is going to be interesting to subscribe to you because you got a Buick LeSabre, and people are subscribed because you got a Buick LeSabre. It just doesn't work that way. Not all cars are going to generate that type of viewership, and you're not going to make a lot of money from that. All right, now you can film it all you want to, but not a lot of people are going to watch it. That's all I'm saying. There's not a huge audience for it. And even when you're able to get that type of car content, I feel like a lot of subscribers at first would come in and watch and like and share it and things of that nature. But then after a while, it gets kind of generic and boring to them. Even though you can afford those type of cars. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick example. Kylie Muscle, I mean, he was in and out of cars for a good solid 6 to 8 months. Okay. He had the Track Hawk, he had the Hellcat, he had the McLaren, the Ferrari, the BMW, the Porsche. He had all that, making hellified views, and I know it was making hellified money. But then people stopped watching it. And then Kylie Muscle said, you know what, I'm going to go back to the fitness stuff, going to the gym, making a fool of myself in the gym, doing the pranks, doing the mukbangs and things of that nature. And those views, when he went to that type of content, those views just fell off. And now he's back into the car content game. All right. So it's a very expensive lifestyle, and it's an extremely expensive if you're a car content creator to do that stuff. Now, if you go to car shows like the Dream, I was watching one of her videos. Now, if you're in a city that has car shows every week, then you got enough content to hold you throughout the week. You can film that whole car show, and you probably got like 4 or 5 days of content. Not to mention the fact that if you do one-on-ones with a lot of the people that own those cars, you can stretch that out to even more. All right. But just think about the time, because a lot of these car shows fall on what day? Saturday. And a lot of people can't get Saturday off. A lot of people have 9 to 5s where their job is expecting them to work on Saturday. Now, me personally, I'm off on Saturdays. All right. So, but I'm in a city where they just don't have car content every Saturday. Okay. Have car shows every Saturday. Out of 6 months, we had 2 car shows. All right. So the struggle is going to be real for an individual like me to just exclusively do car content. All right. But I was watching the Dreams channel, and she was at a car show. Then she did another video where it looked like she was at the fair with her kids. But she knows this as well as everyone else knows this. When someone is subscribed to your channel, they're only subscribed to that one thing. All right. And it's the car content. Okay. So when you do car content, man, you're getting your views, you're getting your money. But when you do other things, the views don't come like that. All right, because they're not interested in stuff like that. I'm just telling you, that's how fickle a lot of subscribers are. And you have some subscribers that will watch whatever you put out, but a large portion of your subscribers are going, hey, look, I'm only subscribed to you because you do car content, so I'm just only going to watch the car content videos. If you come out with something else like live streams or something else, I may watch it for a few minutes, but then I'm up out of there. All right. Or may not even watch it at all. All right. That's how fickle a lot of subscribers are. They subscribe to you for one particular thing. But I'll be honest with you, the car content game is not, it's not easy. It's not easy pleasy. All right. But the people that do it, I give them a shout out. Stunner Reese, he has the resources where he can do that. And then I have seen him expand his horizon, sort of say, and now he's doing one-on-one interviews in his van with current and former corn stars and rappers, and I like that content. I wish Stunner Reese does more of that content. And then he still does his vlogs, and he still does what car he's going to work on next, or modify, whatever. And one thing about Stunner Reese is he keeps it not only consistent, but he keeps it fresh. And it's hard to keep things consistent and keep it fresh, to have your audience still continue to watch that type of content. All right. It's hard to do it. Not a lot of people can do that. All right. But you could tell that Stunner Reese have a love and passion for car content, his vlogs, the one-on-one interviews, and Vino. You can tell that he's passionately invested in that type of content. And those guys, those guys and girls, they flourish on YouTube. I mean, you could tell when someone does that type of content. Do you see the passion? Do you hear the passion in their voice? Do you see the passion in their eyes when they're doing videos like this? And you can fake so much, but you can't fake passion. All right. You cannot fake passion. All right. People will probably watch your video, but then they'll say, well, after watching your video, they'll say, they just, did that video because they're running out of content. They're not really passionate about car content. I think Kylie Muscle ran into a problem like that. Kylie Muscle, when he was doing the car content, there was a lot of people that started subscribing to his channel that's into car content. And then you saw in the comments section, now there was some hateful comments. There was some people trolling and this, that, and the third. But if you read most of the comments, there was people that was commenting in the comment section. I came here because of you was reviewing this car, and yeah, you reviewed it, but you didn't review it like so and so would do it on XYZ. And you can just tell that Kylie Muscle was basically doing it for clicks and views. I mean, he's not really heavily passionate in the car game. He doesn't mind having car content on his channel, but he's not heavily passionately involved or invested in it. He doesn't have a sense of knowledge of it. That's why when he took his Hellcat and his SRT to this custom shop, and they was promising him everything. They was promising him the sun, the moon, the stars, only for him after Cali Muscle doing like 30 videos consistently promoting this this shop. He found out later on that they was robbing him left to right. They wasn't doing the raps right. The speakers were out of line. They was promising him this, that, and the third, and they couldn't do those things. Obviously, it was beyond their expertise. And then he made a video talking, just crapping on them. Look, they saw you as a mark, and they saw dollar signs, and they, when you're paying for what the work that they was doing, and then you was asking them to do work that was outside their expertise, they gladly accepted it. Okay. They just saw you as a mark. You didn't know nothing about cars or nothing about car parts or even car content. They just saw a mark and they knew they can get money. They were generating money out of you hand over fist. And that's why you had issues with them. All right. Not everybody's an expertise on everything. I thought that Cali Muscle would figure that out a long time ago. He's a little older than me, but to each his own. But yeah, you know, car content, if you're new to the game and you got a very good car or a very good custom car, you say to yourself, self, I'm gonna be like these other guys and create a channel, and it's gonna be nothing but car content. You better expand your horizons. You just can't just show off that one car for 3 years and expect people to continue to watch your channel or even subscribe to your channel. So if you're not willing to evolve with the time and upgrade and move, trade out of one car into another fancy car, if you don't have the money, the resources, then you're going to struggle out here. You're going to drown out here in these social media YouTube streets. Okay. But we're going to wrap this thing up. I really do appreciate everyone that came in and out of this live stream. Shout out to the Dream. The subscribe to her channel. I like I said, I like her content. Subscribe to Stunner Reese if you haven't already. I know a lot of people don't like Mr. Organic, and but subscribe to Mr. Organic as well. I think he's very entertaining. CJ so cool. I'm gonna send prayers out to him. I hope he gets of that unfortunate incident. Rail to real. Give him a shout out. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Um, and a shout out to all the small YouTube channels out there. Yeah, I know the struggle is real. Guys, if you have a small YouTube channel, please, and I'm going to start doing this earlier in these live streams. I should have did this earlier in the live stream. But if you have a small YouTube channel, or if you know of someone who have a small YouTube channel, put your link in the comments section, because me or someone else may click the link and look into it and see your YouTube channel. And if it's something that we like, then it's something that we F with, then we're going to subscribe, and then we're going to show you love. If it's not something that I'm down with, or if I like, I'm always going to recommend your channel. I don't know if other people will, but I on social media I would share it to my my subscribers, as well as on this YouTube channel. But but if you have a small YouTube channel, or if you know someone with a small YouTube channel, put their link in the comment section. That's very appreciative if you're able to do that. Too early for this podcast. Episode 19 is in the bag. All right. Oh, news and notes, some quick news takes. Shannon Sharp, which I've said on my other channel, my sports channel, Just My Opinion podcast. Go subscribe to that. I told y'all a couple of days ago, I told you guys on Monday's show, Shannon Sharp is going to humbly apologize for his behavior at the Lakers and Grizzlies games, because information was going to leak out eventually of Shannon Sharp being an instigator. Some people fall out of character. Shannon Sharp falls into character to the black and mild and he's up here, and Shannon Sharp is the same individual that a few weeks ago was totally against what Skip Bayless tweeted, which I was totally against what Skip Bayless tweeted. I think Skip Bayless' tweet was very insensitive, disrespectful. But then Shannon Sharp says, you know what? I'm not even going to do this. Not going to do Monday's. The morning after show. He was going to skip that show. I guess he was protesting about Skip Bayless and his tweet. He hadn't put his tweet down, and then he goes. But the next show he shows up, he runs into a monologue, and he talked about, oh well, I don't want your tweet being. I don't want that show. The reason why I skipped that show was because, oh, I don't, want to talk about just your tweet, and then we lose focus on the player who almost lost his life on the field, which is 100% true. But then you're a walking contradiction when you can't even know how to behave. And it's not even about the Los Angeles Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. It's more about you, okay? Which, by the way, is in a meaningless month, all right? A lot of these ball clubs that have a commanding league that's going to represent the East and the West in the playoffs, They're not taking these games seriously. And there's other teams that are struggling to make it to 500 or like 5 games off. They're trying to push it. But the Los Angeles Lakers are not going anywhere, folks. They're not going to win a title this year. Sorry to disappoint you people out there. They got the highest payroll. They have the biggest names on the back of the jerseys. Now I like what Darvin Ham is doing with the Los Angeles Lakers. Making Russ a 6-man. I think Russell Westbrook is going to be a 6-man finalist. I think he's going to win that award. I I like how he's focusing more on the offense when Anthony Davis is there. Uh, he's centering the offense around Anthony Davis. When that team make Anthony Davis the primary focus, that team is highly competitive. But when they try to center the focus around LeBron James, LeBron James is trying to chase the Kareem record. LeBron James just can't carry teams like he was accustomed and used to doing with Cleveland and Miami. The struggle is real for for LeBron James. And look, LeBron James is older. Okay, you shouldn't expect it. And people talk about these numbers, that these today's athletes are doing. Oh man, Luka Doncic scored almost 70, and LeBron James scoring 60, and this, that, and the third, and Donovan Mitchell scoring this. Folks, you're talking about an era where there's no hand checking allowed and no defense. Name me the defensive player that's getting paid on the same level as a player who can shoot. Just name me that guy in today's NBA. Draymond Green was known to be a defender. Okay, is Draymond Green going to be making Luka Doncic money? No. Okay, so let's be real about this. This is a league where European basketball, where if you're an ISO player, if you got the touch, and if the coach is going to allow you to throw the ball up 40 times a game, and you only make 20% of your shots, all right, you're going to be in a custom of getting high scores, particularly in an era where defense is not as important like it used to be, and they eliminated hand checking. So that's why you're getting all these ridiculous numbers, and that's why people don't appreciate, uh, you know, like Michael Jordan. Like, he was getting those numbers when defense was important, when they allowed hand checking, when they allowed the team to be chippy and try to take their best player out the game. And Michael Jordan still, um, you know, scored those types of points, and that's what makes it even more special. Not only Michael Jordan, but Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas. I feel like the NBA was very highly competitive. They cared about defense more, even in the Kobe era. And that's what made Kobe extremely talented. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, um, Shannon Sharp, I knew he was going to apologize. I feel like upper management is forcing him to. He realized, and I said this on Just My Opinion, that antic right there is going to be the reason why he's going to miss out on that bag. Okay, now him and his agent want Shannon Sharp to make the same type of money as Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. He wants to make that type of money. Well, if you're going to make that type of money, you can't behave like an immature child. And I think Fox Sports 1 is going to, when they go into negotiate, his contract was up this summer, and still no word on no long-term extension with Shannon Sharp and Fox Sports 1. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on my sports channel. I shouldn't go into full details about it on this channel, but we'll talk about that a little bit later this week. Tomorrow, we're going to have another jam-packed episode 20 of Just My Opinion podcast. Hit the notification bell, select all, so you'll know when my live stream hits. I think I'm going to hit it around 11 something. And just be on the lookout for tomorrow's show. If you thought today's show was good, tomorrow's show is going to be even better. Obviously, tomorrow's show, we're going to be only on. I'm only going to be on tomorrow's live stream for an hour, maybe less than that. I just, hey, look, when I'm talking, when I'm on my ish, I'm on my ish. I dropped a lot of gems in this garden, all right, that y'all can eat off of, you can flourish off of, all right. Anyone that's interested in OnlyFans, I gave you some gems about that. Anyone that's interested in being a content provider on YouTube, I gave you some gems on that. Anyone that was interested in exclusively doing car content on YouTube, I gave you guys some gems on that. All right. As well as your favorite YouTube content creators that you are subscribed to. I gave you some jewels on that. I really do appreciate everyone that was coming in. And for those out there who watched the re-air of this, please watch it from start to finish. That really helps my channel out. It gets me in the YouTube algorithm. And I really do appreciate everyone that came by. Really do appreciate the comment from the dream. I look forward in these up and coming future episodes, live streams, where there's more comments in the comment section that I can talk about. But it's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Christian Don One. I holla at y'all next week. As always, outro. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.